All students who come to the university in the first week of the semester, they take an English test that sees what their reading and writing is like, and depending on the results of that test, they may be placed in the Foundations programme. This means that we can work with them on preparing them for all the academic skills, the language and the academic skills that they need to cope with their courses. Students are sometimes worried when they're placed in the Foundations programme because they think, oh, does that mean that I'm not going to graduate as quickly as other students? That isn't true at all. You know, if they plan carefully, if they do a few summer school courses, they can easily graduate within 4 years. So there's absolutely no problem on that. Sometimes students think that writing isn't important. Students come, they can express themselves very well. But what they don't understand, and the studies prove this, that actually the more you read and write in English, the better your oral skills become. So if a student realises that, then he realises that it's important to do that reading, to be able to read a text and then to be able to write. I think the beauty of certainly teaching in the Foundations programme is that the classes are small. They're usually not too small. They're about between 12 and 15 students. So you will walk in, you will find students, we know all our students by name, right from the very second week of the semester, if I'm honest, not the first week. And I think you would find, I would hope you would find students who are there who realise that we have something that is important for them, that's going to help them cope when they go into a lecture on, say, politics, on, say, international relations, and that they can listen, that they can follow, they can take notes, and that when they're told that they have to read, say, 3 chapters in a textbook, that they know how to tackle that. I think that's what you could expect to find when you go into our classroom. I hope students who know that we're doing something that is useful for them. I think I would say that Richmond was one of the very first universities in England to use that term Foundations. And I think what is special about our programme is that it was set up entirely for the international students, that's to say the non-native speakers of English, who came to Richmond. It has a very long experience of teaching them, and I have to say that it probably, I would almost argue that it prepares students better than some of the Foundations programme at, say, British universities, simply because it is preparing students for a liberal arts curriculum. And a liberal arts curriculum means that they have to be able to cope within the different disciplines. So I think what we do is really give them a foundation that will take them through 4 years of a liberal arts university. I think what's great about Richmond is, in the Foundations programme, is that I see these students that start off and I see their progress over the semesters. And of course I keep in touch with faculty, you know, teaching in other disciplines in the university, and often they will comment, you know, on how well trained the students have been, the ones who've come through the Foundations programme. That always really pleases me. I think what is so great is that the students here, some people think, oh, if they've started in the Foundations programme, you know, does that count against them? But it isn't true, because one thing I can say with absolute certainty, and this is proved by all our records, some of the finest graduates that this university has produced have come through the Foundations programme.